Cleveland, and around the world. We want to welcome you back to the Safehouse Show. This is your online pastor, Pastor Larry James, coming to you live with none other than Levance Lining and Sean Dollars, and he has a special guest. Go right ahead, Sean.
What's going on, everybody? You know, we back. Safehouse Show. We doing big things. Before we get started, a couple of things we want to talk about. I know a lot of you have been watching the station since we came on because they do have other programs. And, Pastor Larry runs the whole station. He owns the whole operation. And a couple of the people had been complaining because a lot of the people that he have DJing be in his sleep, okay? Now, we had an elderly, and we allowed, if they members of his church, he let them come in here. So one dude was in his sleep, the same song kept playing, and it was strange, man, because, like somebody came in and took his pulse. They say, oh, that's Brother Davis, and they just let him keep playing. So it's obvious what the best show is. I mean, at least we conscious. He got people coming in here, man. They run the bingo game and DJ and got arthritis. I don't know what he doing, man. So anyway, we back, man. It's the Safehouse Show. It's the best show on the whole lineup at kazradio.org. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in. And if you do tune in and somebody in here sleep, it ain't an error or whatever. But the pastor's back. Levance ain't here again. I couldn't even think of a good excuse for him, man, this week, man. He just not here, man. Y'all know what he doing. He's still taking the parenting classes because he don't know anything about parenting. And, he doing some big things for his brother's kids and getting custody of his brother's kids. And that's beautiful. And it's also beautiful that the county makes you go through a strenuous process and they don't just give anybody's kids, So that's my man, and he'll be back. So we're gonna hold it down for him. Well, this week we got a special guest. We got my man Sean Showtime. Now, some of you might know him, some of you might not. He's from the prison reentry program. He was a comedian down there in the county jail, and it's some big brothers down there. So you either know how to tell jokes or you can fight. And they say he was real funny. He said he brother wasn't thinking about nothing but the jokes. So I'm gonna allow my man to introduce himself. This is Sean Showtime. Tell him a little bit about yourself, brother.
Man, how y'all doing, man? I'm comedian Sean Showtime. Yeah,
Showtime.
Been doing comedy for a good while. I just been doing well. I'm glad they invited me up here to KZ Radio. Finally came home. I had to tell jokes every day when I was down there. So we was what it was.
Well, I met him, man. Tell the truth, man. I saw the brother. He was crying in front of the child support building. So I just walked up to tell him, man. Tell him where I spent you at.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna tell you what happened, y'all. See, I've been doing a lot of praying. Okay, I did a whole lot of praying, and they say that you have to be careful what you pray for, right? Be careful what you pray for. Okay. So one time I was praying, y'all. I said, Lord Jesus, all I want to do is take care of my kids. That's all I want to do, just take care of my kids.
Okay.
2 days later, I got 4 child support letters right in the mail. I said, wait a minute, Jesus, I didn't know you worked that fast. Hold on. I wasn't ready right then, Lord. I was just... so I was out in front of the child support building crying. I seen Sean come down. He picked me up, man, And,
well, I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is my man. This is Sean Showtime. He's a volunteer football coach. He's a professional comedian. He on the up and coming. So y'all keep your eyes open for him and the big things he's doing. We also got what that anonymous voice to be in the booth. Where you at?
Who, me?
Oh, that's God. I told y'all that anonymous voice out here. That's God. Okay, so
I'm already upset with you for the fact that you're talking about my other lineups. Okay, and he's not in here sleep. He's either studying or preparing his show. Unlike you.
Okay, hey.
But he's not asleep.
Okay, well he deep in thought. He deep in thought because he think with his voice making noise. Because he was thinking like this, like he was really thinking about something, man.
That's the way he meditates.
Man, that's right. He's meditating on the air. He's praying.
Yeah, okay. Well, he was deep in thought.
He has favor. Okay, he has favor.
I'm not going there with you.
All right, okay.
Hey, listen, we're gonna put the number on the screen, and right. If you want to call in and weigh on anything that's going on the show. Feel free to call in. Today in our lineup, we got some news, okay? We got some real good news, and we're going to get right into this news, okay? We're going to get right into it. Now, I need y'all to know that we do got a Zach Reed sighting, okay? We need to tell y'all what's going on with Zach, because y'all know that.
That's Zach Reed.
Right, because you know, no, that's dude from the Five Heartbeats.
That's Eddie Kane Jr.
Yeah, that's Eddie Kane Jr. Yes, that's Eddie Kane. Nights like this. All right, but we gonna get to him in a minute. Let's move on to something else. In the news, we got a gentleman named Anthony Yale. Okay, let me tell y'all what happened with Anthony Yale. This is probably one of the most interesting stories that I've heard. You ready for this, Pastor?
Go ahead.
This gentleman was in the hospital, and he was pronounced dead.
Wow.
And you know, they tried to revive him and couldn't revive him, and the man expired. You know, so they put the cover over him and started to do all the stuff that they do right before they come and alert the family. They come out about a half an hour later and alert the family, and his son, a gentleman named Lawrence Yale, just couldn't accept the fact that his father was deceased.
Right.
So what happened was he broke away from his mother and the doctors, and he ran into the room where his father was at, and he started to beat on his father's chest and tell him, "You can't die. Don't die on me." When he hit his father in the chest after being deceased for a half an hour, the heart monitor machine started to beep.
Wow.
This man was dead for 45 minutes. He was legally dead for 45 minutes and came back to life when his son hit him on the chest.
Wow.
That's deep.
Right
That's deep.
Right there.
Right?
Because you know the reason why he woke up, right?
No, why he wake up?
Because that was his father. He said, if you hit me one more time, it's going to be a problem. They know if you're dead or not. Don't you put your hand on your daddy. That's exactly what happened. That's why he woke up.
I don't know. Hey, that sounded about right to me, man. But that is amazing, man. What I started thinking about was the life insurance.
Right.
I should legally be able to get my life insurance, man. That man was dead a while. Now, I've heard about people dying and, you know, they hit them with the paddles and they come back to life. I've even heard about people dying, you know, for 3 or 4 minutes. This man was dead 45 minutes, man.
He should at least get half of it.
Something.
Give him half of it.
Something, because legally he was dead, man. You know, and you know his wife had already started making plans. She had been checking somebody out. You know, she said, you know, he gone, so I might well go and make my move.
He was on the steps of heaven. Jesus
Yeah.
was not ready for you yet.
Right, somebody snatched him back. But that's incredible, man.
Is.
That's incredible.
That is really 45 minutes.
Wow.
Long time.
According to what science says, the human heart can't stop beating for that long and then start again.
And
so
his brain, normally oxygen leaves
to the
the brain. And
exactly.
So is he back?
Oh, no, he's fine. He said all he remembered was going to sleep.
Wow.
He was in the hospital. All he remembered was going to sleep. And when he woke up, everybody was standing over him, bug-eyed, and just in disbelief. And he looking at them like, y'all ain't never seen a nigga sleep.
Wow.
You know, he looking at them like, man, I was just asleep. I don't understand what y'all looking at. But when you talk about favor,
oh, yeah.
when you talk about God's power, man, that is an example of it, man. So what exactly happened? Did God get a look at him and say, no, this nigga ain't coming? No, you know what? I thought you was somebody else, man. Because he was there. And God chose to let him come back, man. He let him come back. That's amazing, man. Because I know I'm holding on. You know, I want to meet Jesus too. I want to go to heaven. Yeah, I want to go to heaven, but not right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want to get there and I want to experience everything that you experience in the afterlife, but not right now. I got some things to do.
Now, you can look at that 2 ways, though.
All right.
The one way you can look at it, yeah, Jesus brought him back and sent him on back down here.
Okay.
And you can look at it another way.
Child support brought him
That
back.
he went up. Now, think about this now. He went
Child
up,
support could have had a hold of it.
right, he went up to heaven, went to Jesus' house, knocked on the door, and Jesus didn't let him in. Now, that's something deep right there.
Yeah. He probably looked through the peephole, even though you know, God could see all, but he looked through the peephole anyway.
Okay.
He like, oh no, this nigga ain't coming up here. I know exactly who this is. Yeah, I thought it was his brother.
Right.
Now everybody in his family and people that look like him is probably concerned, like, you know, maybe it was me. you know. Right. But that's deep, man. That's deep, man. And then anybody that's a believer, even non-believers, have to respect that, man. That's amazing, man. You know. So we want to talk about that. If you want to chime in on that, the number's on the screen. Tell us what you think. Was it God that let him go, or did child support snatch him back, or it's school time? You know, maybe this kid was like, Dad, you can't leave. You know, I ain't got no school clothes. You know, and you ain't about to get out of it that easy. You know.
He about to want them LeBron James. That's what he wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Don't leave me. Give me them LeBron James before you go, please.
Right. Well, now that he gave him, so if he bought him the shoes, now his son wanting to die again? You know, oh, no. That's a little deep, man. Then we got a story about a gentleman named Valentino Lavetti.
Okay.
Valentino Lavetti. You ready for this, Pastor?
Go ahead.
This man, him and his wife were at home alone, and altercation happened where his wife was stabbed 47 times. 47 times. So they took this man.
You call that an altercation?
Well, listen, man. They took this man to jail for murder. Okay? Took him to jail for murder. He sat in jail for 3 years while they tried to prove their case. Their evidence fell apart, and they had to let this man go. So when they let him out of prison, the news cameras and everybody was there, and they say, well, they didn't have enough evidence to convict you. Only you and your wife were in the house. So what exactly happened that night? You know what he said, Pastor?
What did he say?
He said she stabbed herself.
40, how many times? 47?
47.
You stabbed yourself 47 times, huh?
Well, what was he doing? What was he doing while she was stabbing herself? Like, good job, standing back, looking, staying out the way.
He was going to get it back there for the first cut.
I guess there wasn't enough evidence to prove that he stabbed her. I mean, but he was in the house.
It was her and him in the house, and she ended up stabbed 47 times, and they couldn't find enough evidence.
If you cut your
now, this was a white guy. Let's put that out there. Because if your neighbor gets stabbed by a complete stranger, your ass going to jail. Excuse me. You going to jail.
Right.
And you weren't even there. You just stayed next door.
You ain't even have to live next door.
Well, let me ask you something. Where were the 47 stabs? I mean, she could have had 46 stab wounds.
Okay.
In her leg, in her arm, places that, you know.
Why you minimizing it like you looking at me like, hold on, man.
The final
Pastor,
stab,
you ever stabbed somebody, man? Because you gave me a look.
The final, no, I'm trying to reason this.
Okay.
Because then the final stab was to the heart or someplace that took her out.
Okay. So you with the defense team.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where the 40...
No, what it is, it sounds like you trying to get this man out, Pastor. What church?
Hold on. They let him out.
No, I understand that, but it's like you trying... What church do you preach at again, Pastor?
What does that got to do?
Because I want the people that attend this church to know that if you break the law, your pastor gonna say, I don't care what happened. You rob a bank with no mask and you got a gun in your hand and they got you clear.
Pastor got you back there. Because I tell y'all what, not my people. Not my congregation.
I mean,
what does Zach got to do? Why do you keep people Zach up?
People get off with murder.
Okay,
that was your point about this gentleman last week.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting the pastor of what church is that again?
What does that have to do?
Exactly. Now, I've never seen a pastor not take advantage of an opportunity to speak to his congregation. Now, Pastor, would you please tell us what church you preach at?
You know what?
He got criminals at his church. Everybody broke.
Oh yeah. You probably got some thugs at your. You got a prison pre-release program right to your church. So you don't never. I know what you're doing. You're trying not to snitch because you know if you start snitching, it's gonna break down the structure of your congregation. Got a lot of criminals there. Yeah. Pastor sitting up here saying, "Well, how do you know she didn't stab herself 46 times?"
This show become about me.
Well, it was always about you, Pastor. Ever since last week when you went and get me that coffee, I knew that I was going to have a problem with you, man. So, once again, come to the web. If you at the website, you can look at the top. You can see this man's face. If he don't want to tell you what church he preach at, if you ever see him on the street, just be aware. He's not that kind of pastor. They used to call him the cussing pastor. Okay?
That's true.
I know you told me it was true. So what happened is he'd be in church, he'd tell him, you motherfucker, and he'd let one fly, and
He let it fly.
He'll let one fly and let him know. You know what?
Nigga boy got dreadlocks and saggy pants.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
your sisters wear Timberland boots
and skinny jeans. Right, they wear Timberland boots and skinny jeans. I don't know what kind of church. You know what? I got another guy. This brother's name is Reverend Anthony E. Beckham.
Oh,
right?
Beckham. Okay.
You know Beckham?
Yo, of course.
Yeah, that's my man. He preached with his gun on him. Yeah, he had his gun on him when he preached.
I got some jokes about that. I'll tell you at my show. But
okay, all right. He preaches with his gun on. I know another guy named Terry. I forget Terry's name. Terry pulled his gun out and set it on the podium while preaching.
I seen one time. I seen one time though. Check me out. One time the dude said, "I got Jesus on my side. I don't know what y'all doing. Them young folks killing each other. But I got Jesus on my side." He jumped up. His gun fell out. I said, "Man, I thought you had Jesus on your side." He said, "I do. This is it right here. And if you mess with me, you will see Jesus." That's what I'm just saying.
Oh, his gun name
was Jesus.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm not about to turn this show into that, Pastor. I'm gonna let you slide, man. But that was real shaky, man.
Look,
that was real shaky, man.
The lady could have stabbed herself 46 times.
Okay.
And the 47th one took her out.
Your membership just went up, Pastor. I'm telling you right now, when you get that Sunday, your congregation gonna be thick.
But this is my
now they gonna have teardrop tattoos and they gonna have tattoos all the way up their arm, but it's gonna go up.
But this is my question though, Sean. Here's my question though. What were you doing if your wife was if she did stab herself? Let's say she did stab herself.
Yeah.
What were you doing when she was stabbing herself?
Well, don't ask me. Ask Pastor. He the one that got a scapegoat for what was he doing, Pastor, while she was stabbing herself?
Sleeping.
He was sleeping.
He was sleeping.
Exactly.
This show done took a mean turn, man. This show done took a mean. All right, man. So, matter of fact, like I tell you every week, make sure you research this stuff, man. Don't take my word for it. Anthony Yale was the gentleman that had been dead for 45 minutes. Call in and tell us what you think about this story. This other gentleman, Valentino Livetti, supposedly watched his wife stab herself 47 times and was wrongly imprisoned for 3 years, according to the pastor. And now he's back out. Okay.
He ain't giving no Band-Aid, no nothing, huh?
No, he just watched her stab herself, man.
Ain't giving no Band-Aid, he ain't washed nothing off.
No. Or did he, Pastor?
Well, think about it.
Oh.
If he touches her,
okay,
then he has her blood on his hands.
Okay.
See, this is somebody
who's
in trouble.
Have you
He's
ever
in trouble?
Okay.
He's in trouble.
This brother
Do you got any felonies, Pastor?
What's that got?
I want to know if you ever been arrested, man.
How does that have? What does it have to do with me?
Because
this is your show. This is your show.
Okay. All right. Because I hope the CSI detectives are you know what? You don't want to snitch. And that's why you said, let's go to this next story about this gentleman named William Varides. It's pronounced Mavrides. This gentleman had broke the law and was a wanted fugitive. And what he was doing was he was in the transit authority catching a train or bus, and he decided to tell some guy that was standing there about how he was a fugitive and how he was wanted and how he had broken the law and got away with it. And the gentleman he was talking to was an undercover police officer. So he get the a-hole of the week because he snitched on himself. Told on himself. Now, normally somebody tell on you, somebody got a big mouth. Who does he hate while he's in the prison? Who is he mad at? You know,
he's mad at himself.
Right. Well, probably not, because when I got arrested, I said it's because the police always mess with black people. Now, the fact that I had a car full of stolen stuff didn't have nothing to do with it, because I'm like, man, they didn't have probable cause to pull me over. I totally disregarded the fact that I had all these stolen items. Exactly. It's like anytime something bad happened to me, it was the white man that was doing it. Now, I've never had an actual white man following me around, sabotaging all my ideas, but I had seen it in a movie where the white man is mysteriously trying to harm me in some way, so I went with the white man.
You got all these people's stuff in the back of your car, but the white man, the one, is messing with you. You just know it, though.
Exactly. All right, got some more news for you. Zach Reed, It's back in the news.
Again.
Now, y'all already know that Zach is my man. I like Zach, man. And I made
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
Zach ain't my
man.
man.
All of a sudden, Zach's your man.
Zach my man. Zach my man. I told y'all he Cleveland's favorite drinking buddy. If you need somebody to really get lit up with and you having a bad day, find Zach. Zach is your man. So Zach went to court. Okay. And he had a defense team, and he tried to fight the drunk driving and public intox and all this other stuff. And Zach was found guilty. Now let me put this out here, Pastor. I feel guilty because last week I talked about how I want him to go to jail. I think I said that, and I said that I'm tired of him getting away with things that other people go to jail for, and his license never been suspended, and all that, yada, yada, yada. But now the black person in me don't want him to go to jail. Like, it's just not in me. It's just like snitching on somebody. It's just not in me. So now I feel a little bad. What you think about that, Pastor? Am I a hypocrite? Because I just said I pray. You say I'm going to pray for him. I say I pray he go to jail. Now the brother is facing jail. Now he ain't went to jail yet. So I might switch back. Because if he get like probation, if he get like probation or something. Right, if he get like probation or something, then I might just start hating again and be like, this some BS, you know. So do you think I'm a hypocrite because now I don't want him to go to jail?
You know, that's a question for Levance Lining to answer. Man. So when he calls in, you ask him that. Or ask your guest.
Well, I'm asking you because you are the new criminal expert of how to break the law and get away with stuff. So since you the law professor,
look, the man is he's guilty. He's been found guilty.
Right.
And now it's time for him to, get back on the road of recovery.
Okay. So do you? Well, we're talking about. Do you think I'm a hypocrite for wanting him to go to jail, and now I'm saying I don't want him to go to jail?
Well, I think you're a prosecutor. You want everybody to pay some sort of penalty for everything. It seems like your whole show is around, people that are getting breaks. He wants everybody to get locked up. And everybody else get locked up.
Yeah, I did get locked up, man. I appreciate you bringing that to the show, Mr. Showtime. I have been locked up, but I'm saying now I feel sorry for him. Is what I'm saying, man. Maybe I'll.
No, you feel sorry for him because off air he may become one of your clients. Now maybe you keep passing off the air. Now maybe you keep. Now he's drinking his water. He's.
Okay, that's pretty good, Pastor. I'll be back to you in a minute. You think I'm a hypocrite, Showtime? You think one week I say I want to go to jail. Now this week I'm saying I feel sorry for I want to go to jail. He a black man. I'm playing a race card.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Now, Pastor just brought something up about him being one of your clients. Now, did you know he was going to be one of your clients last week?
I don't know that
that ain't the question I asked.
No, I did not. Zach is not one of my clients. I don't know if Zach is going to be one of my clients.
Here's the question I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm asking you.
Pastor, you're going to pay for this, brother, because you just switched lanes on me, huh?
About him even being a potential client last week.
No, I didn't.
But you know he's going to be one this week.
No, he's not.
He might be, I'm saying.
No. We have a mutual.
Yeah.
We have a.
Now let's sing Kumbaya.
I'm saying a potential. See, the thing is.
Hold on. You started all of this, and now you want to say Kumbaya.
The thing is, last week, Zach wasn't going to be able to pay him. This week, he might get a paycheck. He's like, I don't want Zach to go to jail. I need Zach.
I need somebody to call in. Put the number on the screen. I need somebody to call in because I can't get a straight answer. I want to know if last week I wanted Zach to go to prison. This week I feel sorry for him and I don't want him to go to prison. Please call in and tell me I'm a hypocrite. You know what, Pastor, man? You been drinking, man. Was it communion this week? Because I know at your church it's Wild Irish Rose. Y'all don't use the real grape juice that some other people use. Y'all use Wild Irish Rose.
Absolutely.
I know you do. All right, well, since we feeling sorry for Zach Reed got found guilty.
But he had no choice but to found guilty.
Yeah, well.
They found 17 Hennessy bottles in the backseat of his car. How come he wasn't going to find it?
Man, you don't know, man. He could have.
Like turning one back.
Right.
They knew he was guilty.
Right, but he said he wasn't guilty. Matter of fact, We're going to tell you the top 10 things that Zach Reed says when he get pulled over. You ready for this, Pastor?
This ought to be good.
Right, since you talking about he a client, I'm this and that. Zach is not, for the record, for everybody, Zach Reed is not a client of mine. I do not see him being a client of mine in the foreseeable future. But if he does become a client of mine, he has a good chance of recovering. All right.
And also, for the record, my church doesn't serve Wild Irish Rose.
They don't.
During communion.
Okay, that's fine. What church is that again that don't serve the Wild Irish Rose? Exactly.
Listen, before we get into that,
right?
Look at Zach Reed's face right there.
Okay.
I wonder what was on his mind at that moment, right there.
I need a drink.
He looking like, I hope they don't find that other bottle of Hennessy that I got here. That's what he looked like right there.
Yeah, Zach Reed got a problem with that.
Even that, or he like, they found the liquor, but I hope they don't find that weed I had.
Yeah, Zach Reed got a problem. All right, let's see. We got the top 10 reasons or the top 10 things that Zach Reed say when he get pulled over. Why didn't y'all stop them other people that was drinking? You know, cause we shift the blame, man. Now he was drinking with somebody.
Yeah, they were drinking too.
Exactly. He's like, man, I'm drunk. Other people drunk. Why y'all always messing with me, man? You know. So the first thing he might say is, why don't y'all stop the other people, right? Why do I want to deflect and put the responsibility on other people? I remember one time, Pastor, you might not believe this, man, because I'm a stand-up guy. I stole something from my job. Well, I stole something from a lot of the jobs that I worked at, and when they fired me, it was unjustifiable because I never got caught stealing. Now, I stole a lot, but nobody ever actually caught me, so I don't feel like they should have fired me unless you had evidence, right? But when I did get fired, I started talking about how messed up everybody else was. This dude don't never come to work on time. I was always on time. You can't steal from a job if you're late because it draws too much attention. So I was on time. I was dressed properly. Everything was together because I had to get my steal on. So that's the first thing you say, like, why y'all don't stop none of these other people? Another reason, or another thing that Zach say, he say, why y'all acting like some haters?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime you say something to somebody, Pastor, and it ain't complimentary, they think you hate. You tell a guy walking your church right now, man, pull your pants up, son. He say, hey, Pastor, why you hating? Like his booty looks so much better than yours that he think that you don't want him to expose half his booty, and now you hating on him.
And to make it so bad, the police that pulled him over, he was drinking with the police, and they pulled him over for it.
Yeah, he probably was. He probably was.
And I was drinking with y'all.
Right. So you acting like a hater, right? What you think about that, Pastor? You ever told somebody something they say you hating on them?
Oh yeah.
Like what?
Oh, that's always.
I don't remember, but I'm sure.
That's
okay.
always.
I know you can't remember that. Wild Irish Rose got you leaning,
I know
Pastor.
the number one reason.
What?
That Jack
No, you don't know this number one. What is it?
But you just go down the line, and I bet you my number one would get more laughs than your number one.
Oh, man,
well, this serious though. This okay. All right, we gonna get there. The next one is when the police pull Zach Reed over. He asked him, "What happened to them people y'all killed in that car chase?"
They gotta go get them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't have nothing to do with nothing, but Zach Reed, like, are you like that? That's what I'm saying. I just want to know if you like that, man. They pull Zach over. Zach they say, you got any license registration? He say, man, whatever happened to the people y'all killed in that car chase?
Right.
He want to deflect all the information off of him.
The stuff off of him.
And put it on somebody else. That's a good question, man.
You know what else he said?
What he said?
He said, I wasn't swerving. I was just trying to get away from the potholes in the Cleveland streets.
That he's responsible for not patching.
That he responsible for patching. Ain't that a must?
Right. So he wasn't swerving, Pastor. He said, what happened to them people y'all killed? All right. Another thing he said, police pull Zach Reed over, Pastor. Pull him right over, right?
Okay.
As soon as they pull him over, they say, man, I smell alcohol you've been drinking. You know what Zach said?
What did he say?
But I got my seatbelt on.
Right.
So he was obeying some of the laws. You know, and that's what we do as black people, man. We ignored what we guilty of and bring up what we innocent of. Right. Dude say, man, you was speeding or you drunk. I say, but I have my seatbelt on, your Honor. You know, I call him Your Honor because I'm drunk.
Right.
You know. So Zach drunk, you know, and they pull him over, and he say, but I got my seatbelt on. All right. Well, next time they pull Zach over, the next thing Zach say, now this is a good one here, Pastor. He's speeding, he drunk, they pulled him over. They say, Zach Reed, you drunk and you speeding, man. What's going on? He said, man, I was on my way to rehab.
And I was almost.
I was almost there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Now y'all making
you feel me, Showtime? Y'all making me late. I'm trying to get myself together, and y'all gonna mess that up. You know what I'm saying? And he tell him, he said, I was at Pastor Larry Church drinking communion. Okay, he didn't know it was White Irish Rose. He figured, what's the name of that church again?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He knew. That's why he go there.
That's it. See? That's how you get your member. You get them right out of Alcoholics Anonymous, don't you?
Amen.
See what I'm saying? The word done got around.
He said, now you know that communion ain't no real juice, right?
Yeah.
That's Wild Irish Rose.
That's Wild Irish Rose, and now...
Just don't tell nobody.
And now your church full. You can tell that everybody from his church is Alcoholics Anonymous, because when he stand up, he be like, good morning, what do you call him?
What's the next reason why?
Man, why we can't talk about... I want to talk about your church, man.
Where's we got 29 more minutes for this show.
Okay, well, where's your church located at?
Next reason why Zach Reed. We have a caller.
Man, I don't want to talk to the caller. Take the caller, Pat. We're going right back to where your church at.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this better be good.
Hello, caller. How are you? Hello, caller. Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Somebody must got a rebel phone.
Welcome to the Safehouse Show. Go right ahead.
Actually, I wasn't calling. I was just trying to listen.
Oh, okay. You can listen. Who am I talking to?
Sean, this is Curtis.
What's going on, Curtis? How you doing, man?
Oh, not too bad. I was just trying to listen in. I'm at my home group. I figured I would listen in.
Oh, okay. Did you hear anything that we were talking about?
I just caught the very end. I heard Zach Reed's name mentioned. I know that.
Okay, well, Zach Reed got found guilty of drunk driving for the third time, and when the police pulled him over, they asked him why was he speeding and drinking, and Zach said, I was on my way to rehab. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I think Zach is full of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Hennessy,
right.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
On that. Zach has had so many incidences of being caught, and he has never accepted individual responsibility to treat his disease.
Okay.
You know, I'm all for being a disease, but once you know you got it, it's not society's job to treat your problem. There's enough resources out there for you to access and solve that problem and treat that problem, and he didn't do it. So, you know, he got what he got coming.
All right, let me ask you a question, Kurt. Last week, I said the same thing that you said, that I hope he go to jail and that I hope he pays the consequences for his actions. Now, this week that I know he's been found guilty, now I feel a little bad, like I don't want him to go to jail. Do you believe I'm being a hypocrite?
No, I can't speak to whether you're being a hypocrite, but my thing is I wouldn't wish jail on anybody. But what I would say is that he get an appropriate, whatever is appropriate for the crime he committed, he should get, and he should face it, and then hopefully accept responsibility for treating his alcoholism.
Well,
you know, I mean,
I agree with you, but the only problem that I have with his consequences is they're going to be calling him Sharon Reed if he ends up going to jail. He ain't quite built for jail. You know, some people just can't go to jail. Some people ain't built for that life. Now, he should have thought about that before he broke the laws and committed the crimes that he committed, but you and I know that Zach's sick. And I think it's more on the responsibility of the judicial system to not help him. See, they're letting him go because of his stature and his somewhat celebrity, and what they're doing is actually killing him. If they would have forced him to go to treatment, or if they would have forced him to get some help, he would have probably had a better idea of his condition by now. But by them continuing to scapegoat him and allow him to get away with stuff, they're the ones that are truly killing him.
I don't know about that because guess what? I understand what you're saying, but guess what? I listened to where Zach Reed was coming from. The brother was coming from the club, and then he actually got two people to stand up there and lie for him. You know what that tells me?
What?
They tell me that brother got game. He might be a politician, but he got game. He can handle the streets. He can handle the club. He'll handle jail just well. He got skills. I don't see him as being fragile. I don't see that. He got some game.
All right. Well, listen, Kurt. I want to tell you that I love you, brother, and I thank you for calling in, man. And if I could direct Zach Reed your way so you can give him some help, I'm gonna do that, man. All right.
Yeah, hey, we overdue. Hey, I'll check. I'll get with you at your home group. I'll catch up to you.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling.
Much love.
Much love, brother. We got another caller calling in. We're going to take this next caller and find out if they believe I'm a hypocrite or it's probably somebody calling that want to be a part of the pastor's church. Okay, it's called the Leroy and Rollo's Technical Ice Cream and Sour Cream and Neck Bone Ice Cream Massage Parlor Church of Christ. Who we got on the line?
Hello, John.
Yes, who am I speaking to?
This is James.
Hey, what's going on, James? How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I finally got a chance to get the show, man.
All right, so you watching the show at home?
Yeah, I'm watching it at home on my computer.
That's all right. So let me ask you a question, man. Do you want to become a part of the pastor's church, man? Now, you got to have at least 2 stab wounds, and, you know, you can't just walk in and get in, man. This brother's a criminal, man.
You got to have 6 felonies, too.
Hey,
Right.
I qualify.
Okay, all right. Now, let me ask you a question, man, because I can't get these 2 guys in the studio to answer the question for me. All right, do you believe I'm a hypocrite? Because last week I said I wanted Zach Reed locked up. Look at that face right there, James. I wanted that man, that Kermit the Frog looking. I wanted him in jail. Now this week he went to trial. He got found guilty. Now they gonna lock him up, and I'm looking at him, man, and I don't think he gonna make it. Now I don't want him to go to jail. So do you think I'm a hypocrite, or am I just sympathetic to another black man being lost in the system? What do you think?
It sounds like he's going to jail.
Why you laugh, man? You want Zach in jail too, huh?
Hey, if it had been me, I'd have been in jail a long time ago.
Well, that's the genuine consensus between people, man.
I'm going to tell y'all, though, I don't want Zach to go to jail.
Why?
Because, man, he bring that free show up to Woodhill every year, man. I need that show.
That's a dumb reason to let him free to kill somebody sometime.
He ain't going to kill nobody. Every time they pull him over, he
sleep.
In the car.
Yeah, he
He
sleep.
ain't driving when he drunk.
Yeah.
He sleep every time.
They need to get him for drunk sleeping.
They need to get him for drunk sleep.
Yeah, because he ain't drunk driving. Yeah. So what do you think, though, Jane? Do you think I'm being a hypocrite?
No, what if you park his car on top of somebody?
Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
He got to drive it wherever he's going before he go to sleep.
But we talked about that last week. The two of the times they pulled him over, he wasn't even moving. He was just sitting behind the wheel drunk. But it's still public intox. And anytime you're caught behind the wheel of a car and you've been drinking, that's drunk driving, whether the car is moving or turned on. You can sit in a car that's turned off if you've been drinking and you consider drunk. Now, you won't answer the question either. You must go to, you've been drinking, James?
Not today.
All right. Do you believe I'm being a hypocrite, or do you believe I'm just being sympathetic to Zach Reed's issue?
Well, I didn't catch the first part of the statement. Why would you be hypocritical? Because you want him in jail?
Well, I wanted him in jail last week, and I was saying lock Zach up, lock Zach up. Now that he got found guilty, I'm saying, well, man, don't lock the brother up. So am I just fickle? Am I being sympathetic? What do you think? I'm just asking your opinion. What do you think? You think I'm being a hypocrite?
Well, it's like this. If you ever been in jail, you don't want to see anybody else go.
Okay. All right, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. What do you think about this guy, Anthony Yale, that was dead for 45 minutes? His son went into the room, beat it on his son, on his father's chest, told him, "Daddy, you can't die." His exact words were, "You're not gonna die today." And his father, mysteriously, the heart monitor started. Now, he had been dead 45 minutes. His son ran in the room, beat on his chest. His heart started up, and the man is alive. When he woke up, he said he just remembered going to sleep. What do you think about this man being dead for 45 minutes and then waking up?
I think they ought to get his son a medical doctor's license.
Give him a doctor's license, okay.
Right.
All right, well, something touched him. We was trying to figure out if Jesus sent him back or if child support snatched him out the air.
They're going to get their money. Child support going to get theirs.
Yeah, they're going to get theirs one way or another.
They've been looking for Joseph for a long time.
Hey, child support bad, but they ain't that bad.
Oh, that's their is, man. I'm telling you, they had Joseph.
They go a lot of
They had
places, but
Jesus
they don't
back
go there.
in court. They had Joseph. They went and got Joseph.
All right, James. Listen, man. What do you think about the guy that got convicted for stabbing his wife 47 times, and then they let him out of jail for lack of evidence, and then when they asked him what happened, he said she stabbed herself. What do you think of the woman that stabbed herself 47 times while her husband stood back and watched it happen? What do you think about that? Because that's what the pastor said. The pastor said the woman stabbed herself. So I hope the pastor's wife is listening at the rationale that he used with this poor woman that got killed. What do you think about that, James?
I can't go along with that one.
I know, man. It's hard for me. I've been in the room with him for about 35 minutes, and I'm nervous. You know, I'm trying to figure out his logic, man. I'm hoping I don't get hurt. Do you think he's killed his wife?
The first rule of self-preservation is survival.
Okay.
So ain't nobody gonna stab themselves no 47 times.
Okay.
So
you believe he killed his wife?
I believe you better get out the room.
Here's the point that I've been trying to make on that too. What was this guy doing while his wife was stabbing herself? He didn't call the police. He ain't giving no Band-Aid, no water, no nothing.
What you say, James?
He was looking up the number for 911.
Right. He was
Yeah,
looking at the phone before.
because it takes 47 seconds to dial 911. Okay. All right, James. So
You gotta look up the number.
all right, well, listen, we know what side you stand on, brother. On one side, you say that the
one
man
thing I
killed...
wanted to say, though.
Huh?
One thing I wanted to say.
Oh, go ahead, man. You got the flow.
Yeah, in the driver's book, when you get ready to take the test, one of the questions that asks you is, which side of the car should you exit? And the answer is curbside. Y'all talked about that earlier in the show.
Oh, yeah. That was on another show where we talked about how it's against the law to get out the car on the driver's side. That's correct.
Right, it's curbside. That's the answer to that question.
You think that's dumb?
No, not if it impedes the flow of traffic.
Come on, man. When the last time you got out the driver's side of your car or were about to get out the driver's side of your car and then climbed over to the passenger side to get out?
I did it yesterday.
Whenever the police was behind me.
What you say, James?
Whenever the police was behind me.
Whenever the police was behind. You know what? We got some crooked callers, man. The pastor done brought all type of people on the line, man. So whenever the police is behind you, we can expect you in your best behavior.
You follow the rules.
Oh, my God. You know what, James, man? I love you, man. I want to thank you for calling, man. Anything else you want to say before I hang up on you, you criminal?
No, good talking to you, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later, man.
Good
Thanks for
luck with
calling.
the show. I hope LeVance get back soon.
LeVance will be back, man. He down there shake dancing at the gay bar right now. He trying to. They say they only give him change. You know, he don't have no. You know, he don't have no like garter or nothing like that. They just throw quarters at him.
They're making a hell on him.
Right.
Yeah, LeVance adds something to the show. A certain something to the show.
Yeah, he add a homosexual vibe that we don't have without him.
So what you saying, man? So what you saying? I ain't up here doing my job, bro?
James just said we don't need no more co-hosts. That's what he just said. He say James just said till LeVance come back, man, don't do the co-host thing.
Wow,
you
man.
gonna take a shot at my man like that, James? You don't like LeVance fill in?
I don't know Levan's still in, man. You can't replace Levan.
Okay.
No,
That makes sense. James, I want to tell you that I love you, man. Thanks for calling. Levan, I'll make sure I tell Levan what you said, brother.
Okay.
All right, see you. Talk to you later. We got another caller on the line. What they say, Zach Reed? Caller, who we got on the line?
Robin.
Oh my God! First of all, let me say a few things to the pastor and all you other people out there. This is not Robin's show, okay? This is my show. Y'all done emailed us, y'all done tweeted us, y'all done put comments on our Facebook page. Bring Robin back. When you gonna have Robin on the show? Robin gonna tell me last week I'm gonna have to call in this week to speak to my fans. You don't have no fans, Robin, okay? And it's not your show. Now you got a little stank attitude, and you try to call here with your little bubbly personality, think you impressing somebody. What you guys say, Robin?
You asked everybody, were you a hypocrite? And the answer is yes. They're scared, but I'm not.
You think, well, tell me, why am I a hypocrite, Robin? I just don't want to see the black man locked up. Now, last week I looked at him like a celebrity or some type of special counsel person. This week I look at him like the black man. I don't want the black man locked up, Robin.
Hey, Robin, you there?
Yes.
Listen to this, Robin.
Yes.
Last week, I think he hypocrite too. I'm just gonna keep it 100. All right. I'm gonna tell you what he did. See, last week he didn't know Zach Reed might be a potential client of his. So now this week, he said, you know what, I do not want the brother to go to jail. I feel him, you know. But last week, he was going to hang him. So you tell me what you think.
You know what? We going to really fall out about this, Pastor. That was pretty smooth the way you threw that out.
So you tell me what you think, Robert. What you think he is?
Well, that could be a possibility. But my thing is, he's saying, well, this week he's feeling sorry for him because he's a black man. Well, he was a black man last week.
Exactly.
So his color ain't changed. So I think that Sean's just hypocritical. He's judgmental. He just don't know which way to go. You know, when you confused. That's probably what 17 years of sobriety gets you. I don't know. You know, I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, Robin, that's cool. Let's talk about something else. I understand. I understand what you're saying. That makes sense.
But wait a minute. Let me tell him. You know, he was really mad because everybody was asking about me. He mad because I stole the show. You know, he just hating out here. That's what he a hater too. I should have put that on there too, but you know. But that's okay. I told him I'm gonna give him his show back because it's his show. You know, I ain't gonna call in no more. You know, I ain't gonna do that. I just had to let my fans know that I'm still out here. You know, I ain't going nowhere. Did he look up the word favor yet, Pastor? Did he get that definition?
You know, Robin, that is a good question. I don't think he has. Sean, have you looked at the word favor yet?
Let me have the flow for a minute. Robin, you know what, man? I want to speak about this hating that you spoke about. I want to tell my callers a story. One day, Robin called me, and she was very upset. And she was cursing. She's very upset. I said, what's going on? She was like, this girl, she gonna try to play me. She gonna try to play me. I'm like, calm down. No, she don't try to play me. She don't play me like that. I'm like, Robin, what are you talking about? This girl gonna sit up here and try to front me off in front of people. So I punched her in her face. Now, she's in the medical field. I said, Robin, you punched somebody in the face? She was like, yeah, I punched her in her face. I said, what happened? She was working in this medical field, and she was getting this special treatment. So they called some people that work with her into this meeting. You listening, Pastor?
Oh, yeah.
They had the director. They had the, well, I can't really tell you. They had all the owner, the director, everybody at this meeting. So they asked her, they like, Robin, they saying people punch you in, you're not here. They saying, Robin, you getting this special treatment. They saying all of this stuff about you. Robin say, well, that's not true. They hating. You know, they just don't like me, so they lying. So they hit like a button like on a secret show, and the girl walks in. Now, this girl that walked in was her friend. So they asked her, do Robin get special treatment? Do Robin do this and do Robin do that? And she was like, yeah. So Robin looked at her, and they sitting across the table with all these big wigs. And she was like, Robin, you know you be punching in early, and people be punching you in when you ain't here. So Robin leaped across the table and punched the girl in her face in front of all the bosses. So when she telling me the story, she say, now I got to be a little graphic, Pastor, to let you know what she said. She say, they called me in the meeting, and they called the girl in the meeting, and the girl was like, yeah, you know you be doing this, you know you be doing that. So I punched her in her face. I was like, Robin, I know you ain't punched that girl in her face. She was like, I did. I punched her in her face. I say, then what happened? She say, I lost my job.
You think you was gonna get?
So Robin got a problem putting her hands on people. You know what I'm saying? So I might be a hypocrite, but I'm not violent. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, wait a minute.
Huh?
Hold up a minute.
Okay.
Now, see, here, you have a tendency to want to shift everything on somebody else.
He did the Zach Reed. He just did the Zach Reed. Man.
You know,
He just did the Zach Reed.
we're going to do a show, the top 10 shifts of Sean Dollars. I mean, when it's on him.
No, hold on. She said,
what does Robin's story have to do with you being a hypocrite? You asked her,
right?
Do you think I'm a hypocrite? She asked.
I never asked her.
She answered you honestly.
But I never asked her. I asked the other two callers.
Other two callers.
I didn't care what Robin's opinion was. When I want Robin's opinion, I'm going to give it to her. Okay? Now, Robin.
Listen, how you gonna treat your caller like that? I'm a caller. You didn't want to ask me because, you know, I would tell you the truth. See, you asked all those other people because they didn't want to tell you the truth. But I'm not afraid to tell you the truth. And the pastor realized something about you. You always switching the story over you to somebody else. You get on this show all the time telling my personal business. Now, you talking about putting your hands on somebody. I got a story about you putting your hands around somebody's neck, right?
Oh, no. We got a bad signal. It's a bad signal.
We ain't got no bad signal.
Hey, Robin, I'm going to turn down his microphone, and you go right ahead and tell us about the story.
Robin, don't tell that story.
But why you don't want me to tell the story? You don't want to tell the story how you started talking
Robin, because this ain't that kind of show. Now, I got a couple stories I could tell, Robin. I just listen, the reason why I told the story is I need your fans. I need your newfound fame. I need people to understand. I need people to understand who they talking to. Okay? So that's why
I'm not violent.
You're not violent?
I don't put my... I'm not anymore. I'm not.
Okay, when the last time you put your hands on somebody, Robin?
I got a year in that area.
A year? That ain't that long, yes. Robin. What happened a year ago?
Well, what have you done? Say your things about you.
All right, listen, Robin.
I think what?
All right, listen. First of all, no, listen. Okay, we switch.
No, you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. You got to listen to your people that call in. You can't do all the talk.
Okay, tell me. Go ahead, Robin. I'm gonna give you the flow. Robin. But I wanted to. I wanted to ask you some. I wanted to ask you some questions.
What?
I want to ask you a couple questions. We only got about 6 minutes, okay? So we need to go through it real quick. The news about Anthony Yale. What do you think about the gentleman who was dead for 45 minutes? Somebody beat on his chest and woke him up.
I just think that God is good. He wasn't ready for him yet. You know, I can't speak why people die and come back. I don't know. I work in that field and I've seen that happen before. You know, I don't know. Must not have been his time yet.
You seen somebody die and come back? How long were they dead?
I don't really know how long. I wasn't timing. I was like tripping. You know, they heart stopped and they came back. That's just like bringing somebody back to life with CPR or something like that. I mean, you know, anything's possible.
Okay, so you seen somebody dying, and then you seen them come back.
Yeah.
Okay, you ever kill anybody?
No, I ain't kill nobody. I'm gonna kill you if you say something off.
All right, come on. We only got a couple minutes. What do you think about the guy that stabbed his wife 47 times to give people like me the courage and the enthusiasm to try it? You think he killed his wife, or do you think she stabbed herself 47 times?
No, see, you was almost honest. You told them that you left messages on my phone about killing me. Somebody, if I want to go to the funeral home, you know what's located at. Did you tell them that?
No, I didn't tell him that, Robin, but you just did. So thank you for putting that out there and scaring my. Now, Pastor got killers in his church. You telling them that I'm trying to kill. You done switched the whole lane. We moving to some type of punk rock radio station after this.
Well, you got front row seat in his church then.
Okay. All right. Look. So listen. Let me stay on the line. Stay on the line, Robin. We never finished the top 10 things that Zach Reed say when he get pulled over. Now the top 4 was, but I had my seatbelt on. The other one was I was on my way to rehab. Check out number 2. You're gonna like this, Pastor. You probably know what this means. You're gonna like this. They say you drinking, you driving. What's going on, Zach? He said, I just won the turned up contest. Pastor, you don't know what that mean, do you? Turned up mean live. That's the new young word. They be like, get turned up, turn up. You know, turn the volume up or turn the bottle up. Okay. Just turn up. All okay. Right. So he said he was on his way to turned up contest. How much time we got?
You got 4 minutes.
Okay, I got 4 minutes. All right. And the number one reason, the number one thing Zach Reed say, you ready for this, Robin? You ready?
I'm ready. What do you say? Yes.
Y'all catch me every day, but it took y'all 10 years to catch them damn girls.
Find them girls.
Yeah, y'all catch me every day, but it took y'all 10 years to find them girls.
Well, at least Zach Reed got his stories together. He got his stories together.
Yeah, he got his story together. What was the other one I like? They pull him over. He say, what happened to them people y'all killed in that car chase? So he's deflecting. Hey, listen, Robin, I want to tell you I love you. I'm going to have you come on the show because I'm tired of people asking about you and all of that. If y'all want to get in contact with me or if y'all want to send Robin an email through the show, the email, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram is all the same. The Safehouse Show. At Instagram, at Twitter. What'd you say?
I was going to tell him, send a shout out to me. Holla at the girl.
What's up, Robin?
Send a shout out to Robin. Everybody, Robin want a shout out, you know, because, you know, her self-esteem low, and the more shouts out you give, the better she'll feel about herself, okay? Hey, so shout Robin out.
Robin, yes. You like guys with felonies?
You like guys with felonies?
Do I like, I mean, obviously, you see I got Sean, and he loves me to death.
Cause you know.
Oh my God! Did she just tell him I got a felony? My listeners didn't know that. The only felon on this show before you said that was Pastor Larry.
Neither did Pastor know you had a felony.
See what I'm saying? Well, how do you think
so
the
now
computers came up missing?
We're going to have to contact the FCC now and get some regulations.
Get some releases?
Yes, exactly.
Get some releases? All right, hey, Robin, what was your favorite one, man? My favorite one was, y'all catch me every day, but it took y'all 10 years to find them girls. What was your favorite one?
That he had a seatbelt.
That I had my seatbelt on. That's a good one, ain't it? Because you know that's what we do.
And then they told him, they said, Zach Reed, we saw you swerving. He said, I wasn't swerving. I was just trying to get away from these potholes in the street.
Listen, Robin. Hey, Robin.
And you know my favorite one is.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite one is this. He says, oh my God. He had a water bottle on the side of his car.
Okay.
He says, oh my God, God done did it again. He turned that water into wine.
That's pretty good, Pastor. That's pretty good. I see why they want you on the show. Let me tell y'all something before we get out of here.
1 minute.
This is not Robin's show. This is not the pastor's show. This is not Levant. This is my show. I run this. Okay? Anything that you want to say. What are you laughing for, Robin? It's not funny, Robin. This is my show. I run this show. You put that picture of me and Levance up. This ain't his show, man. Look how fat he is, man. He can't run no show. He'd be a part of a good buffet. He look like a security guard for a buffet or something, man. That dude don't run. This is my show. So if you hit us up on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, make sure you address the letters to me. Quit addressing them to Levance. Today is Levance's 60th birthday. So go to our Facebook page and make sure you tell Levance happy birthday. This is also his sober anniversary. I think he got 10 years, maybe 10 or 11 years. I forget, because I still think he's using. But hit us up on the Facebook page. Tell that brother happy birthday. Go to the Safehouse Show on Facebook, whatever. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Instagram. Robin, you want to say something before we hang up on you?
I'm telling my fans, see you next week.
To my fans.
Bye,
all right,
Robin.
Robin, we love you. We'll see you next week.
All right, Robin.
Yeah, get on out of here. Did you hang up on him, man? See, that's what I don't like about it, man. Her attitude is nasty. You know, she called here. Y'all think that she nice and bubbly, man. I know stories about this woman, man. People are scared of her, man, okay? She grew up in Morris Black. If y'all would, that's the same one for y'all listening to Robin that grew up in Morris Black. That's her, man. So yeah, well, you know, sometimes you hate.
Got a little hate in it.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we need to wrap this up. We're going to. Don't forget, Leroy Sour Cream and Neck Bone Ice Cream Massage Parlor. Church of Christ is the pastor's church. We'll be here next week, 7 o'clock. Call us, email us, hit us up, and we done.
Out of here.